So you're thinking of doing a fast or keto diet or whatever, not eating for a certain amount of time, not eating any carbs for a very long period of time, and you want to know if this is going to affect the amount of muscle mass that you have in your body. So my name's Paul, I study nutrition and dietetics, and also I have a degree in biology, so I know a lot about this stuff. So what we do know is that the red blood cells in your body can actually only use glucose. Since they can only use glucose, they can't use ketones. And how are they going to get their fuel source when you've gone keto, when you don't eat any carbs? The only way around this is for your body to actually create glucose from amino acids. So your body typically will get these amino acids from your muscle. And it's really that simple, guys. Through a very long evolutionary process, our red blood cells actually lost their mitochondria. And why did they do this? Well, they did this so that they can actually bind more oxygen and transport more oxygen. So if we look at other species in the animal kingdom, non-mammals for example, a lot of them will have mitochondria. Whereas us, we don't have any mitochondria. So we're a more, I guess you could say, complex species. We've undergone more natural selection over time, and what has been selected is for us to have red blood cells with no mitochondria, and then this being an advantage to transport oxygen throughout the body, but unfortunately our red blood cells cannot use ketones, and this will lead them to need amino acids that have to be converted to glucose, and then they can use that glucose in order to power themselves. So there is no way around this. They do need the glucose, and it's got to come from somewhere. And you can argue this all you want, or you can actually just go ahead and try it for yourself. Go ahead and go keto. Actually measure the amount of carbs that you're eating. Measure them perfectly. Don't go over. Measure them, and then tell me that you're not losing muscle. I can almost promise you that you will lose muscle. And if you're fasting and keto, even worse. If you don't want to eat for an entire day, even worse. So you can believe it all you want that it's going to increase your growth hormone and increase this hormone and increase that. If the fuel's not in your body, it's got to come from somewhere. It's going to come from your amino acids, which come from protein in your muscle. Also, this doesn't exactly mean you're just going to wither away and turn to a anorexic, skinny little man or woman. It doesn't really happen super quickly, but it does happen over time. So if you are doing these dietary behaviors for a month, you're going to start seeing a difference. I promise you that. Like I said, don't believe me, go ahead and try it yourself. Take care.